Heading out to Operation Copperhead. SoCal platoon should be righteous. Doorway here. Now we're playing for the Coalition of Sovereign Territories against the United Federal States, and here's Aaron, the head of our tech department, with his DMR. It's honestly a really great setup for this field. You need those long-range engagements and the ability to hit those targets pretty far out there, which Aaron's DMR was really well set up for. So Aaron's trying to cover our advance up to other positions to at least keep the battle line moving forward. As you can see, he's taking some pretty accurate return fire. Okay, so now we're cutting to Vince and myself set up a little bit outside that building. We're at least trying to move up on some of these control flags, but we encounter a large force of UFS troopers. Yeah, I mean, we're taking them out in like 2s and 3s, but basically, like, they shoot here, they move up where you are, and then you light them up, then they move up where I am. Like, it's like whack-a-mole. Now, what's really cool about this is that, like, they can only see me and Gene, so they're pretty much moving up, assuming there's only 2 dudes there, only to essentially run into Vince's machine gun. Alright, so now we're moving over to a different part of the battlefield. We finally got up to this objective point, essentially these flag control points. We're pushing really hard. In fact, there's Ben Noji from Polar Star, great guy with some great products, and definitely laid down some smoke cover to try and advance on that flag as quickly as we could. Now, UFS was putting up quite a fight for this. Even though we had a lot of troopers, it was not enough to get to the flag at this point. Now, what's really funny about right here is that we've got one of the members from Misfit, this is Drew, and he actually got medicked by the opposing team. I guess the medic wasn't really paying enough attention and came up and medicked him, and Drew didn't really, you know, I mean, I don't know if I'd say anything, but once the medic finally got all the medic tape around him, he stood up and started to lay waste and then promptly was shot, but it was pretty funny. Especially the fact all the UFS troopers were like, "Why did you do that? Why did you medic the enemy?" And the medic was obviously so embarrassed. He's like, "I don't know." So that was pretty hilarious for all of us involved, especially since we're all sitting there dead just watching it happen. We've got Vince, the manager of our sales floor in Walnut, California, on a great overwatch position, trying to help us move up to the flag control point, as UFS forces pretty much have the same idea.
On the left side, that building too. It's open, it's open, it's open, it's open.
That was another cool thing about this game, is that, you know, there are a lot of smoke grenades, a lot of regular grenades, a lot of vehicles, as well as rockets. So you definitely had a lot of aspects of this game that get you into that immersion aspect of Milsim. Oh, here we go. This is good. We're making a push Alright, so we're finally making another push on this flag control point and pushing beyond it once we captured it to get one of the buildings on the other side of it to make this position a bit more defensible. Now, there are enemy forces in this building popping up in the window, so we're trying to suppress them as we pretty much slow walk up to that building to get a point where we could breach this building.
They're in here.
That was a friendly guy who was right here. Oh, you're right. Shit.
Told you, Bob.
Yeah. And that player gave me some good advice not to get in the window, and I totally did not pay attention and promptly got shot. Alright, so I get medicked and we start heading into this building. Thankfully, there aren't that many UFS forces. However, on the other side of this building, they have what seems to be almost a reinforced platoon, and we also heard some armor or at least some enemy vehicles going by. And in fact, there's a lot of UFS just right out in front of this building. Alright, there's Jonathan from Airsoft looking like a badass. At the same time that UFS is hitting the front of our building. So here's Jonathan shooting out the front door. I'm actually going to head out there right in a second and just plop down right in front to engage those UFS troopers at point blank range. I'm actually shooting them. They're on the corner of the building, and I can punch through this brush, and their BBs are actually able to punch through as well. However, I get on my butt, mainly for comfort reasons, but it also works out that they're shooting at what they think is center mass or where my head is, but in reality, it's going right over the top of my helmet. So I'm able to engage them point blank, and I'm not really getting shot in return until right at the end of this as I'm about to get up. Now, this is Jonathan from Airsoft once again being a champion and pulling my butt back in the building so I can get medicked. Now at this point, UFS forces begin to surround the entire house, so I head to a window on the rear where we just advanced up, only to have UFS troopers basically walk up the window and start tossing grenades in. Yep, got out of there just in the nick of time. So they really want this building, and they're definitely dropping a lot of smoke, a lot of grenades. In fact, they roll in there with quite a few dudes, and me and Jonathan are the last two left alive. I get the first three guys that come in, and the fourth dude comes in, first shot, hits me right in the nose, in between all of my face protection. And they lob grenade after grenade in to get Jonathan, who lobs another grenade out, and it lands right next to my dead body. Alright guys, well thanks for watching our video on American Milsim's Operation Copperhead. Now make sure to stay tuned to Airsoft Jazz YouTube channel because we have got a lot of cool action footage and other videos coming out really soon.